Alright, collective, welcome back to another tarot and oracle reading. Second time's a charm. We're going to get into the basics of the shit as well. And then we'll get into it. Okay, I already got the first card out. We are doing the... Fuck. That's not what we're doing. We're doing the Luna spread. The Illuminated Luna spread. This one. Okay. So, yeah, let's get into the basic description and or bio and all the other shit. Oh, you know, the intro. There we go. I said it wrong. And we'll continue, okay? Remember to take this if it fits, collective. Don't make it fit your shit. And above all else, go to the Most High for extra confirmation, okay? Y'all know the drill. If you're new here, hello. If you're returning, what is up? I see you. I see you. Anywho, it was already prayed over. Okay, I did that in the beginning of the first one. I ain't doing it again. Y'all are all welcome, though. Come as you are, all this other shit, okay? Also, since it's talking about religion and or conformity or you guys getting into routine of things, I'm gonna bring it up because I dealt with this on Facebook recently. And I'll put the timestamp when the reading actually starts, because this may be short, this may be long, I'm not sure. I'll try and make it short though, okay? Really, we'll try. Usually when I say that it's long. So, I keep running into these people in general. This is the second time so far again, where I keep running into these people on groups that they're not okay with. I.e., I'm in a witchcraft group. I enjoy the herbology shit, other stuff like that. There's other things in witchcraft I enjoy too. Right? Anywho, I came across a quote-unquote Christian. She was calling herself Christian. Whatever. And y'all will understand why I'm saying it this way as well. I don't hate Christians, all this other shit, but do I not enjoy the bigoted idiot ones? Absolutely the fuck not. Every religion has them. It's not just Christians, right? This dumbass, though, was in this witchcraft group, and she was literally just bashing shit in the comments, pretty much saying how our views are demonic, this and that. And then within the next breath, she was saying how people don't respect her views. Do you already see the stupidity and idiot, there's another fucking word. You already see the stupidity within that, though? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So, I went and viewed her profile. I was like, let me see, since you're Christ-like. Let's see, because she was literally like trying to be like everything's bad, all this other shit. She was pretty much saying how like people need to be more like Jesus, all this other shit too. And I was like, okay, but you're not doing that. You're using the Bible as a weapon, or your view as a weapon, in a group that isn't even meant for you if you don't even like the shit that's here. So why the fuck are you here? You see how she was already the problem? Yeah. So, I went to her profile and I was not surprised at all. At all. Because this is what Christianity has turned into. Now, it was still pretty bad before, but I will say that I have met some Christians that are actually Christ-like. I have met people like that. And they're fucking chill. And those are the people that I would say that are of God. Yes. Yeah, I would wholeheartedly be like, those are Christians. Those are people of God. If anything, if you want to take the Christianity out of it, those are God's people. How are those people in general, yeah? Well, they don't fucking judge you. That's for sure. You want to know why? Because they're sinful themselves. So, isn't it in the Bible, don't cast the first stone or some shit? There's some shit that I remember about it. Because, again, I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, all this other shit. I don't remember a lot, but I still remember certain teachings, yeah? How you shouldn't cast the first stone if you, unless you're sinless. Unless you don't sin, right? You don't say shit then. You don't fucking open your mouth. You don't fucking be stupid to be stupid. But that's what this dumbass was doing. Anywho, going back to the profile thing, she had a few things public, and I did look, right? Not stalking her shit, like I just looked, which is interesting. She did call me a stalker after I called her out on the shit she was sharing. So I was like, bitch, you are not that important, first off. But anywho, she was sharing a whole bunch of MAGA and Charlie Kirk shit. That already said enough for me right there, yeah. She's over here wanting to act godly and Christ-like, but she's sharing hateful shit. Interesting. Interesting. It is. It's always interesting to me when it's people like that. I don't care if that's offensive at this point. Because again, anytime I have dealt with someone that is MAGA or anything like that in general, they have been bigoted, hateful fucking idiots. They'll go and run wolf real quick too after you show them facts or you show them their reflection, which is just fucking annoying. And I've also dealt with people that are not MAGA that have done the same shit. But I just find it interesting that it's the red pill person. Okay, anywho, moving on. I literally commented about how it's interesting how she's saying she wants her beliefs to be respected, yet she's in a fucking group that she shouldn't be in, that she doesn't clearly respect to begin with, when she's forcing her views onto other people that are not even of her same religion. Her views are for her religion and her people, yeah? If that's what you want, then go fucking talk to other people like that. Don't come in this group and be like, oh, it has to be this way, blah, blah, blah. And then go and cry wolf and be like, no one respects me. Bitch, no one's gonna respect you. You don't respect other people's shit. Hello? Is it that hard to think up there? I'm just saying, and I was getting kind of rude with her in the comments. I was like, bitch, I'm not gonna fucking baby you through this bullshit. Like, the fuck? You wanna be stupid, go be stupid on your own fucking time. I'm not dealing with it. This is also another good reason why people leave Christianity and other stuff, because a lot of y'all are fucking hypocrites. Now remember that I said that there are a handful of people that are not, that are real, they love you as you are. Y'all are not hypocrites, I'm not talking to you. And I feel like if y'all know critical thinking and you know how to separate certain things, then you know that, right? But these people that fucking preach about how they want to be treated this way, that way, but then they go and treat other people like shit, like, what the fuck is your issue? What's the actual issue, really? Because you ain't following Christ. I'll tell you that. You ain't treating other people how you want to be treated. And I will tell you as well, yeah, there's Christians that treat people as they want to be treated. That's great. I have seen most of the time more people that are not Christian be more Christ-like than y'all motherfuckers, because you're fake. Y'all need to really look in the mirror with that shit. You really do. I mean, you may not like it, but you should. Because I'm telling you, the shit that y'all were sharing on that Facebook post, again, this is just one example, Christ would not like that shit. Especially the post you were sharing on your Facebook, that one bitch. You're not Christian, you just hide behind it. So you could do ugly shit. And it was showing, it was. I just want you to know, people do see shit like that. It's not hard to put two and two together. Like, you can't fool everyone. You fool the gullible, I'm sure, but not me. Don't be doing that shit around me, though. Don't be doing that shit on posts you're not gonna fucking agree with, all this other shit. Like, why are you doing that? Other than to cause issues, because you are causing issues at that point. What was the main thing? Oh, to go save people? You have a savior complex. You need to stop. That shit's weird. Okay? Anywho, that's the rant, though, collective. Okay, again, I just wanted to talk about it because I thought that shit was fucking weird. What is y'all's story on that shit as well? I do find it interesting when I deal with people like this, again, because they're always preaching about how they're the victim, but they fucking go and say the fucking most dumbest fucking shit and then complain about it when people call them out. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stupid. Anywho, moving on. Again, I was talking about that because the first card out could talk about religion. Now, what is it? Again, we're going to get into it. It is now 8:18. That's when this starts. Okay, so where are things feeling stagnant? Pull my rant away from this read, okay? I was just ranting in the beginning to get that off my chest. The bitch pissed me off, and she did. Y'all could have issues with religion, and I would say me as well, collective, I do. It's always people that hide behind religion doing the most ugly shit. Now, could it be just religion? No. No, this could also be you having a disconnection to source. This could be the God card as well. And I was saying in the first reading, before I fucking started messing up all the wording and shit, okay, y'all know how it's not scripted and all this other shit, so I do mess up sometimes, and then I get anal, and I'm like, you know, let's redo this, which is stupid. I should just keep it going, but I don't. After I did the prayer thing, I was telling y'all, you are loved the way that you are. You are. Okay, so I want you to wholeheartedly understand that. It's the man-made thing where they're like, you have to be this way, you have to be that way. No, you don't. You go as you are to God. God accepts you as you are, okay, flaw and all. That's your relationship between you and God, not your relationship between this person named Becky and then someone else. It's not, that's none of their fucking business. Okay? So, y'all need to understand that God loves you the way you are, for real. And if people have anything to say, tell them to shut the fuck up or stick it up their booty. I don't fucking know. I don't care how fucked up that sounds either. I'm just tired of the bullshit. Tired of people misdirecting people and making them fall away from God when God's literally there for all. Like, y'all are the fucking cancer of the earth. You are. And I'm going to just say it, okay? Again, I'm not religious anymore, but there, you know what I mean? No. Go as you are to God, collective. I mean that wholeheartedly. God accepts you as you are. That's your relationship. Again, I would encourage you to pray. You don't have to subscribe to any religion. You could be spiritual. You could be atheist. I don't fucking care what your path is. Just go talk to God. He, she, whoever the fuck, whoever you see as God, go talk to God. That's all you got to do. You start a connection and you start getting serious about it, that's your relationship and spirit. That's all you need to do, okay? So if you're struggling with that, please don't let other people get you down or bog you down, or you have to be this way, you have to be that way. No, that's crack fucking shit. They do that for control. And I'm so tired of these idiots trying to control shit. Now, if it's not that, then some of you do rebel against religion and other stuff like that. Maybe you've had some bullshit where it's not been great. I don't know why you rebel against stuff. I don't know why conformity or groups or anything like that would be an issue for you. Again, that is your story alone. But for some reason, there's stagnancy within this, and we're going to get into this card, okay? Besides that, let's get into the card. So the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the physical embodiment of institution. This could also be you having an... I love this. I'm kind of getting called out as well. Maybe y'all have an issue with government. Yeah, some of you could. Yeah, and then I just fucking split it to the Hierophant in this deck. That's interesting. What was standing out a little bit ago as well in the first read, I forgot to mention, was the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords was coming out non-stop in this deck and this other deck. So some of you are seeing things for what it is. You're speaking the truth. You know what the fuck's going on. Some of you are having an issue swallowing the truth, getting away from indoctrination, all this other stuff. But let's continue, okay? The Hierophant is the physical embodiment of institution. He inspects secret knowledge to share within a formal, rigid system. When seeking knowledge, he will guide you to discover through established educational structures and traditions. We may seek outside ourselves on the eternal quest for knowing, but we can also access the wisdom within. God is within too, collective. I want you to know that wholeheartedly. Ain't none of us ever been disconnected either. Okay, it takes time, dedication, devotion, and action to harmonize with the external and internal teachers of the dimensions we seek to traverse. So, upright meanings, keywords, would be institutions, traditions, order, learning, religion, dedication, and knowledge. That's just off of this right here. Okay, again, this is talking about structure, though. I feel like you could have an issue with structure. You could have an issue with government, too, and I feel like that's warranted. I don't trust the government either. They're garbage. Look at all the shit they continue to do. Okay, I'm just gonna barely touch the surface on that. But yeah, hold on. Let me get the book real quick. I'm gonna have to edit this on iMovies, and that's gonna be annoying because it's gonna take 72 fucking hours. Not that long. I'm exaggerating, but I just pressed the fucking stop record thing, so I'm gonna have to splice the videos together. I hate doing that. It really takes so long on that fucking book and on that fucking MacBook. It's fine. I could make the audio larger or louder. Oh, I'm sorry, Bubba. That's nasty. But it's just annoying. It takes 7 years. At least the audio and, you know, the title shit will be there. I guess it'll look a little different, so probably put the watermark of my channel on it too. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's get to the Hierophant though, okay? The Hierophant, the Hierophant, the Hierophant. However you say it. Some of you, what I could be getting with this Ace of Swords that was coming out, it came out twice, and then the Hierophant came out twice. Again, some of you are having issues with religion. And collective, if you are, and you're finding people to be bigoted, because I feel like what I went through recently with that woman was supposed to be something that I was supposed to talk about here, and then it's interesting that this is the first card that comes out. Some of you, if you need to move away from religion, you can. That's up to you. You could go on a spiritual path to the Hermit, right? And I open to the Hermit, yeah. So you could do stuff alone. I would encourage you to still talk with God. Don't let people's bullshit views fuck your shit up. Okay, just please don't. Please don't let these idiots fuck shit up for you. Okay, but yeah, if you need to move away from religion, do that. You don't need religion to connect with God. I'll tell you that too, okay? Even though as soon as you tell people sometimes you're not religious and you're in like a Bible Belt community or something like that, they get all ANAL about it. Stupid. Anywho, let's continue. Okay, again, some of you could be having issues with that. Some of you need to use religion to an extent to get structured more. It could be that too. I could see it different ways from this reading, okay? So the Hierophant represents a teacher, institution, or organization that favors a traditional approach. The Hierophant's task is to preserve knowledge and pass it on to interact. Let me restart. The Hierophant's task is to preserve knowledge and pass it on intact to those who want to benefit from past insights. The Hierophant, or Pope, or High Priest, is an authority figure, shown on the card by him seated above the disciples as a role model for them. I'm just going to say this as well. I feel like you could be a woman and do this too. It's interesting how it's always like a male sitting on there, but I feel like that's because they erased certain things from females ruling shit. I don't know why it's just men that do that. It makes no sense to me, but whatever. Anywho, moving on. Yeah, shown in the card by him seated above the disciples as a role model for them. The followers surrender free will to their teacher to benefit from his knowledge. However, in reality, a teacher cannot teach by enforcing personal will. That's true. An instructor can make the learning process more palatable and interesting and possibly spark a lifelong interest in the subject, but students have free will to follow that path or choose another. The Hierophant can make mystical information more applicable to daily life, but is unable to teach people unless they are open to learning. Yep. A willingness to acquire knowledge or challenge old, outdated beliefs can provide insightful understandings of life and spirituality. So this could be someone as well, right? For some of you, let's say I could be looking at it from people that are viewing me that are religious, looking at it like this. This is someone in general that challenges your spiritual and religious beliefs. They could be outdated beliefs even. Things that don't work anymore here, but y'all are hanging on to it. It could be that too. And that could be jarring to some of the people. Some of you are, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Let's continue. The disciples on the left, which I don't have, the cards are put away. Let me show you on this. It shows two people at the bottom right here. You see it? The two bald people. They look bald. They could have hats on. No, they're bald. No, they're bald. Those are disciples to an extent. They're learning. So anywho, the disciples on the left. The disciple on the left has the passion to learn, shown by the red roses in his tunic, whereas the follower on the right displays pure motives in the form of white lilies. The ancients used the cross as a symbol of human compassion, shown by the horizontal bar located at the heights of the human heart. Sorry, I lost my train of thought right now. Or I lost where I was fucking reading. Enthusiasm, integrity, and kindness lead people to a profound understanding of life, although this can be concealed from view to the unaware. Empathy for the human condition is required before people can be truly equal and emotionally close to others. If this is anything to do with the relationship, right, again, this is where are things feeling stagnant. We're going to get into the whole thing right now. If this is anything to do with the relationship, the Hierophant describes a Taurine person, Taurean. A Taurine person, as this card represents the lesson for the sign of Taurus. Okay. That mine is not the only way. So these are what people need to understand too, because there's not just one way of teaching, and a lot of people fucking think there is. I'm talking to the hypocrites. Anywho, moving on. I'm being a little salty. I'm like, yeah, let's just let me let you know real quick. It's not even, I could be salty, but it's just like, I'm tired of your bullshit. Knock it off. Okay, let's continue. It's a process of discovering that there are many different paths to enlightenment. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. This card can also indicate pressure from friends or relatives to select a subtle partner. In that context, appropriate might mean someone from the same cultural background, with the same religion, or with an acceptable job. Now, I will tell you, collective, that is up to you. If your family is trying to force you to be with someone in general, it could be and I see this in other places in general, and I will always stand against this too. I don't care if it's, tradition, whatever the fuck. You should be able to get married to who the fuck you want. You should be able to choose who you want. It shouldn't be an arranged, forced marriage or anything like that. Nothing should be forced on you. In a lot of places I've seen wherever, to keep tradition alive, which is just them fucking selling their children. They force their children to get married to someone they don't want to be. It shouldn't be that way. And again, if you are in a place like that, I would encourage people to stand up to that. That is scary to stand up to shit, and it's going to cause chaos. I'm telling you right the fuck now. And I feel for y'all if you're going through that, but something needs to change, because that shit ain't the fuck right. I know if it was me going through that shit, I would probably get killed. Yeah. Because I would not allow that. I wouldn't. Just say it, I would not deal with that. Mm-mm. And it's your life, collective. I want you to know that as well. It's not your parents' life. It's not what they say. They could force the shit all the fuck they want. It's your life compared to theirs. They already lived theirs. Why the fuck are they trying to force you to do their shit? They're fucking garbage. If you have anyone like that in your family, garbage. I don't care who the fuck it is. I don't care how the fuck people get mad about that. That's true. You're garbage. You don't force your kid to do some shit they don't want to. Especially like that. Stupid. Or they have to pass, mama's inspection, daddy's inspection. No, the fuck they don't. Now, it's different if they're doing that and your parents are doing that and they actually mean well for you. They know you getting married to a POS. Piece of shit. Right? And they're doing all they can to make sure this doesn't happen because you are stupid and have blinders on. That's different, I think. That's different. Very different. But if it's where you're forcing someone to get married, all this other shit, and it's arranged, all this other shit, no. Absolutely the fuck not. Parents deserve to get their ass beat. It could be parents, it could be whoever the fuck that's doing that to people. Some of you, and see, okay, I'm going to talk about that too. I don't know if it's for preservation or not either, but I feel like in my family, the reason why my nana didn't like my mom so much is because my mom was white as fuck. Look at me, I look like my fucking mom. I'm a spitting image of her, besides the skin tone difference a little bit. My mom is even whiter than me, which is crazy. Crazy to think. I have the tiniest little tan, tiniest fucking little thing. I noticed this because I've looked at her when me and her would stand together. This is when she was healthier. But there's a skin difference. I could tell. It's the very tiniest. I still turn red like her, all this other shit. I'm still white as fuck, right? But there's a difference. A tiny little difference. I don't know. Again, I was going back to this, though, is because it's talking about how, people want them to be from the same background, the same ethnicity, same whatever the hell. I think my nana didn't like my fucking mom because she was white. It could have been the family, too. My mom's family's fucking chaotic. But I'm going to tell you, too, and if Nana, I'm sure you will never watch this, but if one of the Theas shows you, Thea L, which I'm sure she does, fucking nosy-ass bitch. Anywho, at least that was her in the past. I don't know her anymore. And if you watching this and you get offended, oh well, because that was you in the past, bitch. She would show shit to my nana, so that's where I'm like, Anywho, I'm pretty sure my nana didn't like her because of that, though. Because she was white. My mom's not just white either, but she was white as fuck. My dad's side of the family, they're all Mexican. Which is fine. That's great. But I also want to go back to point that out, that Nana, your family's fucking shit, too. Do you forget that you're a hypocrite? Do you forget that you're evil? Because you're pretty fucking evil. For an old lady, you're evil as fuck. You can hide behind Jehovah's Witness shit. No, you evil. Hide behind religion all you want. I see you, bitch. Used to mentally abuse me as a child, too. So, yeah, no, I didn't like that shit. And I do think about that quite often sometimes. Because why? I'm healing that shit. You don't do that, though. And again, if you had an issue with someone's race or some shit like that, you're a fucking piece of shit. You were a part of the problem just as much as I'm sure anyone else dealing with this would be, too. Yeah. So if y'all are dealing with family like that, collective, call them the fuck out. I don't care if it starts family drama, whatever the fuck. This bitch already knows. She's a fucking piece of shit. She's the reason half the family don't talk to each other anymore anyways. Anywho, it could be something like that even, where they wanted it to be a specific race, a specific whatever the hell. And I get that to an extent. I do. Because a lot of times, and I've seen this in history, it's not always been that, right? But I've seen it where people of white descent fuck shit up. Is that always the case? No. But has it been the case for a lot of things? Yeah. Look at how it is today. How people are rallying up the white race bullshit. It's so fucking stupid. That shit pissed me off too. Like, no. Anywho, y'all could be dealing with some shit like that, okay? If it's like that, please stand up to it. I don't care how fucking pissed off family gets, whatever the fuck. And I was using that as an example because I felt like I've dealt with that too. I feel like that's why my nana didn't like me as well, because I looked just like my fucking mom. And she'd always use that as an example to shame me. You're just like your mom. You're this, you're that. Bitch, I'll show you I'm just like my mom because I got a mouth like her too, you stupid cunt. Say that shit again. Stupid little short shit. Oh, God. Anywho, yeah, relationship-wise, y'all could be dealing with people that are fucking trying to force their shit onto you when they shouldn't. Okay, moving on. Well, let me get that out real quick. So, besides the relationship thing, right? This can also suggest a steadfast role model. We all have mentors in different areas of our lives. More accomplished people can model behaviors when a person begins a new job, enrolls in a course, or joins a new community. The Hierophant describes a proficient teacher or instructor. So, y'all could be having issues with someone teaching you something. Maybe you don't want to hear what this person's having to say. Maybe it could be someone almost similar to me. They being blunt as fuck. Maybe they're traditional, but they're not. They'll say it as it is. It could be that. They could be very traditional, and you're just not wanting to fucking hear it as well. Right? And there ain't nothing wrong with being traditional either, collective. As much as I'm more, like, open about shit, I also enjoy certain traditional shit, too. But, I don't know. Again, this could be you having issues with a role model. A teacher, an instructor. This could be religious institutions having an issue with the teacher and or instructor as well because they don't fit the traditional values and or norms, if you will, even. But they are a teacher. It doesn't have to be me. It could be other people too, collective. Okay? And I'm not just saying this to me too, but I see myself as a teacher to an extent to have people open their eyes at least about shit. See it if they don't want. You see it even if they don't fucking like it. Like, you're gonna fucking hear it and see it, bitch. You know? There's police sirens outside. It's an emergency! Emergency! Anywho, moving on, okay? Having a teacher or a progressive role model is valuable until a person is familiar enough with the subject to explore it alone. That's true. Once an individual can do this, it is possible to choose a path different from previous teachers, even rebelling against them to establish a personal sense of identity. Thank you, Spirit. This resistance is shown in the Hierophant reversed. Yep. Where it's possible to study a subject or process from different viewpoints before arriving at a unique understanding of the subject. So some of you, collective, I will tell you this too, and again, this is where I'm different on it too. I feel like I'm a teacher, but I'm also a rebel at the same time. You could be that too. Some of you don't like structured religion, whatever the fuck it is, and that's fine. If you want to rebel and teach different shit and you have different views on stuff from a different angle, do it. That's what the Hierophant represents reversed. That's what it represents. You're still connected, you're just teaching it from a different fucking perspective, and that could fucking trip people the fuck out. So yeah, if you want to be a rebel, Harry. Do it for a good cause though, for real, and if it's to help others, then do it. Right? It doesn't have to be, again, we go back to the does one shoe fit all? No. That's a crock of fucking shit. Stupid. Okay? Anywho, in a general reading, the Hierophant represents a conservative path that is tempered by others' expectations. Look at how it says others' expectations. Oh, let's move on. There are teachers or leaders who preserve the rules of guidelines in most areas of life, gaining a solid grasp of rules, making progress more predictable and enjoyable. Whether it's learning to swim, play tennis, or use a keyboard, there are guidelines or rules to follow to ensure improved proficiency with the process. This card indicates that the individual finds it easier to follow established religions or spiritual guidelines than to take responsibilities for personal development. This is fine as long as the person is tolerant of others who choose entirely different paths. Did y'all hear that? To the hypocrites. Yeah. And even I come off harsh too, because again, well, it's only whenever I see other people forcing our shit onto others, where they're like, it has to be this way. No, that's your belief, Sharon. Sharon's a made-up name, by the way, but still, you know what I mean? Like, don't be forcing your shit and then being like, it's one way. You're just a fucking idiot. You're an idiot if you're doing that shit. It's annoying. Not every fucking thing is gonna fit someone the fuck else. I shouldn't have to explain that 72 times either. I don't know where I got 72 from, but it's like, really, like, I say that shit a lot. And people are like, whoa, they're stupid. Man, people are stupid about that shit. Anywho, moving on. Okay, let me read that again. Where was it? This is fine as long as the person is tolerant of others who choose entirely different paths. The shadow side of the Hierophant is an us and them mentality. Yep. Even I go into that shadow side sometimes too. And accountability goes a long way, collective. So do the hypocrites as well. Please be accountable. If not, shut the fuck up. Okay. This is the process of noticing what makes us different from others instead of realizing that we have what we have in common. Despite personal differences, individuals with dissimilar religious philosophies. That is philosophies. I thought I was saying that weird. I was saying that wrong. Philosophies. Or beliefs can share common attributes, goals, and community interests, from sports, food, to family life, or ecological preservations. Regardless of differences, if we all chose to get along, we could get along. But a lot of us don't, and a lot of us pin shit against each other. It's really annoying that that happens, but I've seen so many humans do that, including myself before at one point. I feel like it's different, collective, when you're calling the bullshit out, though. Again, that makes people feel uncomfortable, but again, when you stand on that shit and you call them out for what it is, yeah, that's gonna start a lot of fucking issues, too, and they'll try and play victim. It's fucking annoying. But please call the fucking idiots out on that shit, regardless of what side they're on. I don't give a fuck. Call them out on that shit. Okay. Anywho, if this has anything to do with career, this could describe someone conservative, Jesus, practical approach. They take a practical approach that is likely to result in steady steps going up to the corporate ladder. It sometimes indicates an occupation involving teaching, training others, or in academia. The Hierophant can also indicate a mentor in the company who has committed to encouraging this individual to improve and thrive in the workplace. If y'all are dealing with anything relationship-wise, for some of you, you could be in a relationship that's acceptable to your family and friends. If you're not happy, leave. I'm telling you, it's just, this whole thing is irritating me, because again, it's always about, what do others think? I don't give a fuck what others think. Think for yourself, bitch. All those other people could suck my ass through a garden hose. Good grief. Let's continue. Yeah, y'all could be in, again, a relationship question. The Hierophant describes a liaison that is acceptable to friends and family. It's an attitude that the person has married one of us. Having similar backgrounds can improve the flow of life for those in long-term partnerships. However, these relationships sometimes become more predictable and less spontaneous. Either this works out or it doesn't. So, yeah. Some of you are not using your voice enough to speak your opinions. If you need to go against traditions, go against traditions. If you enjoy certain traditional values and things, go towards those. So it's pretty much just talking about how you are stagnant within whatever that may be for you. This could be marriage. This could be certain spiritual groups, certain religious teachings. Some of you are not liking what someone has to say. It could be that as well. Okay. So let's go on to number 2. What major block is making itself known? Let's see. Let's use the other deck. A spiritual lesson. At the bottom, judgment. Someone could be under judgment. Or a group of people could be under judgment. Because they choose to be idiots instead of learn. So yeah, what major block is making itself known to the collective right now, please, Spirit? What major block is making itself known? So y'all are seeing people be sneaky and deceptive for what they are doing. You're seeing them and you're calling it out for what they're doing. Seven of Swords reversed. If people were being sneaky, underhanded, trying to hide shit or hide behind anything like that, you're seeing it for what it is. Seven of Swords. This could even be you being sneaky about shit. So let's say the hypocrites are watching this, and you don't have to be just hypocrites. It could be other people too. Let's say they're watching it. They're seeing for what they do. They try and be sneaky. They try and do this. They try and do that. They try and play mental head games because swords are about mental. Yeah, it's seen. Could be that too. This could be you too, collective, okay? Give me a minute. Okay, collective, my bad. Get more water real quick. So this is like shit being seen for what it is. If you're being sneaky, collective, it's you being seen for being sneaky. If it's other people in an institution, in a corrupt whatever the fuck, they're being seen for who the fuck they are. Seven of Swords, this is where you don't see it, but you know someone's being sneaky. When it's reversed, you fucking see it. Right? Y'all could be questioning certain institutions. You could be questioning government institutions. It could be that as well. I'm looking at it from a religious viewpoint, but also other viewpoints as well. So if I switch back and forth, I'm just going back and forth from how the fuck I'm seeing it, yeah? I feel like what's being exposed, though, is hypocrisy. The hypocrisy in people that hide behind God. Yeah, that's coming to an end real the fuck quick. Death. That's not a part of the read. I'm just showing you death card right at the fucking bottom. Good. So, yeah, what major block is making itself known? Deception. Deception is no longer being able to hide behind whatever the fuck. You can't hide behind a huge group just because. No, you're being seen, bitch. So whoever does this, in general, that shit's coming unraveled. It could make these people upset as well. The people that are, you know, whatever the fuck. However you want to see them. You can put any word on it. It doesn't matter. Okay, if this is you in this group collective, you're being seen for who the fuck you are. Either you could be someone that's showing up as the Hierophant, you could be showing up as the Hierophant reversed. Whatever the case may be, it could be you tapping in and you exposing shit as well. Okay? I would hope you're on the not stupid side of shit. I hope you're, what I mean by that is I hope you're not being deceptive to people collective, because that will come to light too. So you better fucking choose the right one. Just saying, okay? I'm not doing that as a threat. That's just me saying it. Moving on. Okay, card 3. What are my limiting beliefs around this block? So what are people's beliefs around this block? What limits them? Oh. Oh, God. Let me get the other deck. Okay. So what are limiting beliefs around this? The fucking Seven of Swords just flipped over. That's interesting. So people are seeing deception for what the fuck it is going on. Okay, so again, we got the High Priestess, you guys. These are the counterparts right here as well. This is a bitch that knows a lot of fucking shit, the same as the Hierophant. She may teach shit a different way, though. They're both a couple, too. It could be that, too. They're teaching the same thing, but from different viewpoints. Some of you are not listening to your intuition, or you need to listen to a fucking High Priestess more. What are the limiting beliefs around this block? The High Priestess? Yeah, it's intuition. That talks about intuition, knowing. Let me see. Ooh. We may do this one next. We have the Finding Balance spread as well. These are ones I have not tried. I've had this deck forever. We're going to try it out. Yeah, we are. That's in the beginning. So the High Priestess, let me read this and then we'll get into what it could mean more. So the High Priestess represents wisdom and enlightenment. She is in between two worlds and embodies the eternal feminine spirit. She is the guardian of the unconscious who guides us to look inwards and listen to our own feelings and intuition. Yeah, We need to listen to our intuition and trust your inner knowing and connection to source more than what these other idiot institutions are saying. So this keywords to represent this would represent the subconscious, wisdom, anima, serenity, and mystery. You need to go into the unknown. That could be a block for you, collective. Maybe y'all are scared to go into the unknown. You feel like it's demonic, even. Like, you could be like that other dumb bitch that was tripping out in the fucking earlier, what I was ranting about. Right? You could see something as bad or anything like that. But are you looking at certain things based off of what other people said, or are you actually going into it and learning for yourself? You gotta ask yourself that. Okay, this is you not trusting your intuition as well. Again, this could be going back to it to where you're listening to some man, and that's no shade to any man. Not all men are fucking stupid. Not all women are stupid, okay? Flip and flop it, whatever the fuck. If you get offended, that tells me where the fuck you are at shit. Maybe you need to heal more. Because it's not directed at any one person. That's why I'm saying that. So if it's like something that you get offended by, yeah, there's something that needs to be healed within you more. Okay? Now, if it's directed at you personally, and I'm like, oh, this person, then that's different. You don't have to get A-N-A-L about it, though, okay? Okay, anywho. Some of y'all need to tap into your fucking, your inner high priestess, if you will. This could be talking about you tapping into your divine feminine, and men can do this too. It's all energy, you guys, and for the men watching, even if you feel some kind of way about you tapping into feminine energy, then you maybe need to look at yourself more even, because it's fine to tap into feminine and masculine energy. That doesn't make you any more masculine either. That doesn't make you any more non-masculine either. That's how I should say it. You're still whoever. We have divine feminine, divine masculine in us. Women have that, men have that. It does not fucking matter. But y'all need to start fucking tapping in and actually listening to yourself and inner guidance instead of what other people are going to think. It's so stupid. Okay? Women, you need to do the same too. Knock it the fuck off. Get your shit together. Okay? What blocks y'all is like you don't know where this next step will lead you. You don't know. I mean, the high priestess, y'all could be, some of you, I could be talking to people that are already high priestess. You tap into your shit, you know what the fuck's up. Your third eye's busted wide the fuck open. Others of you, you're not listening to that. Again, it's you being scared. It's like you being behind the moon even. You don't know what the fuck's coming, so you're like, I'm scared. I'm gonna just stay in this energy of scared. That's really dumb. You're gonna stay stuck, and it's gonna fuck you up for what? Maybe in another lifetime you'll open your eyes. That's for you to figure out, though. But it's just, you're going to keep yourself stuck, I'm telling you. Y'all need to go towards, well, inside. You need to go inwards, quite literally. Okay? That's a blockage. Oh. iMovies. Maybe I need to update my operating system. That's what the fuck I need to do. This is not a part of the read, but like I updated it to Ventura. This is like a 2015 MacBook. I need to update it more. It takes so long to open certain things. Oh, it's because an old one's here. Never mind. Okay, I'll just... Okay. No, it's okay. I'll get back to that in a minute, but... Some of you could be having issues, again, if I'm talking to the people here that are like more conservative, more I already know the kind of shit. It's like, since someone else is telling you something, you're like, no, I already know that. Some of you are like not open to other knowledge. It could be that too. Again, what I was saying earlier, you're going to stay stuck if that's the case, and that's fine. You want to stay that way your entire life? Do it. I don't care. I really don't. I don't have a savior complex. I don't. So, that's up to you to figure the fuck out. Some of you, again, the limiting belief is like, you know enough knowledge, it may be like how it's passed down or some shit like that. It could be like, I just lost my fucking train of thought. That's gonna irritate me. Oh gosh. Y'all already have the information here. That I was going to say it a different way, but you already have the information here, collective, with the Hierophant and the High Priestess here. It's just like some of you are waiting for a sign when you don't fucking need a sign. You just need to fucking trust your intuition. If your intuition's grounded and you've been working on your shit, yeah. You don't need to wait for a sign for every little thing. That's unrealistic. That's stupid. That is. Okay. Can you find signs in different shit? Yes, but you don't have to fucking be there and be like, let me wait. What doesn't come yet? No, you need to just take action. With what you know, right? You're seeing shit for what it is already. Seven of Swords, you're seeing shit. You've seen the bullshit unravel. You see it. You know. So take action, speak out on it. That kind of thing. That could be a block for you. It could be you maybe not trusting your discernment or intuition. And again, I would encourage you, this is what works for me. Maybe it can work for you. You could try it out. You could try different methods too. But I would encourage you to pray about it. Again, you don't have to subscribe to certain religions or anything like that either. Okay? Just pray about it. You talk to God, whatever the hell. Talk to anyone in your spiritual corner. It doesn't have to just be God. Right? You will be shown. You just have to fucking pay attention and really have that open mindset, if you will. Some of you are like scared to be misunderstood too. In a world where everyone's like, be like me, be like this, be like that. No, you need to be yourself. You do. It's really annoying how people are like, it has to be this way. Can you imagine if every fucking person was the same? How fucking boring that would be? Good fucking grief, no. So, please, I would encourage you to be yourself, collective. You're scared to be yourself? You're scared to speak out? I don't care. Speak out. I was scared before to speak out about shit, too. Who the fuck cares? Get over it. Pull that shit away and be like, nah, that's not going to control me. Let me speak my truth. If you speak your truth, the right people will fucking come. Right? Yeah, this could be like some of you have been sitting on you knowing what the fuck to do. You've just been sitting in fear. Instead of standing up to the people that have been fucked up, all this other shit, you're like, well, I know everyone will be against me, all this other shit. Which I will tell you as well, Jehovah's Witness churches, they're known to do that. It's not just them either, but they're known to discommunicate you. And then fuck your entire life up and then say, oh, see, that was God. No, it's y'all destroying my fucking life. Be real about it. That's what you do. You dismember families and cause them to fucking have issues with each other when certain things are different because Jehovah said so. Y'all can shut the fuck up with that shit. Moving on. It could be y'all scared of shit like that. And again, collective discommunication fucking sucks. But you're not losing anything. If anything, you're losing sheeple that needed to be lost anyways. They're already lost, collective. A lot of them, they're already lost. I don't care how that fucking makes y'all fucking pissed off about me or whatever the fuck either. That's how I see it. A lot of you are lost. A lot of you are fake as fuck in those churches. You are. From me being in a church, Jehovah's Witness, yeah, a lot of you are fake. So, you know, what are you really losing, collective? And I want to remind you as well, like, you do find other people that have those same viewpoints as you at some point. Yeah, it feels fucked up at first. You're gonna fucking go through grief. You're gonna cry about it, yeah. Even I cried about it when I stopped going to church and all this other shit, and people started treating me different. Oh well, I moved on. I grew from it. Did I call the bullshit out, and did I resent them for it to an extent? Absolutely, I did. But I resented how they were hypocrites and how they treated others, but then they're like, in the second breath, oh, treat others as this, treat others as that. That's what the fuck y'all don't do. You purposely try and destroy people's lives and then think it's cute and then blame it on God. No. I don't fucking think so. Collective, what are you really losing, though, other than fake bitches? Not much. You're not. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. Okay? People that hide shit and then do shit like this and then hide behind God, though, y'all can tell how pissed I get, yeah? I'm sure you can. I'm like, it's on full display, bitch. What energy can be used to propel things forward for yourself? Let's see. Let's get into that before I get stuck on this forever. This is already like going to be a 40 to 50 minute video, I can tell. Or 30 some minute video. It's already 38. What can help propel the collective forward, including myself, please? I'm like, what? Hold up. Give me a minute. Okay, so y'all are not gonna like this. Me included a little bit, but it's fine. Because guess what? We're going to get the fuck through it. Okay. The Hierophant card's coming out for a reason, collective. Regardless, again, you know how I was talking about religion and all this other stuff? Yeah, that's connected to it. But it's talking about discipline, getting structure. Do you have to follow a certain fucking path? No, but structure helps. Guess what it's talking about again? Yeah, it's talking about structure. It's talking about Knight of Pentacles reversed. So some of y'all need to get the fuck up and take responsibility for what it is. Yep, get into a routine instead of making excuses for, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, you can. You can. You just don't want to. Or you just making excuses. Therefore, again, you still not doing it when you know you need to. Doing this, getting out of this Knight of Pentacles reversed energy. You want it to be upright to get your shit together, okay? Because you're feeling stuck because you're unproductive at the current moment, right? You have a new beginning here if you decide to fucking change your shit. Where will this lead? Equal give and take. Maybe fucking more money will be in your pocket too. So some of y'all are dealing with your own toxic ways. Some of you are dealing with toxic people, but you need to work around that and work through that. The Devil to the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you are procrastinating, some of you could be lazy, some of you are lacking initiative, some of you are avoiding responsibility, some of you are dealing with burnout even. It doesn't necessarily be, oh, you're lazy, you're bad because of this. No, some of you could really be going through it. But you still need to get it together, collective. Yeah. You need to get into some sort of routine. This could also talk about work and life imbalance as well. Some of you, it could talk about... this is for some of you. Some of you could work too much. Some of you could work less. And you need to work more. Some of you, if you're working too much, you need to work a little bit less. You're still putting in the same shit, but you need to have a balance. Right now, your shit is imbalanced. It could talk about that too. Mm-hmm. If this is anything love-wise, yeah. This could be like you having difficulty making long-term decisions. Maybe your mind changes quickly. Spontaneity. I'm looking on Google right now. I put the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and then it'll show you what the fuck it shows me. Some of you are just bored with life right now. Maybe you need to get unbored. There's a new beginning here, though, if you get your shit together. Maybe with love, even Ace of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this will be good change. And then you'll get to 10 of Cups. You'll get to your wish, but you have to get up and do it yourself. And collective, going back to how, like, discommunication and other stuff as well, this could be, like, some people discommunicating you or not talking to you anymore, and then you being left alone trying to do shit on your own, which caused you burnout, all this other shit, too. That does happen, too, but guess what? You're the only person that's going to get you out of that. Yeah, God's here, all this other stuff, but the only person that's going to get you out of it physically down here is you. I don't like saying that, but that's the truth. Y'all need to reassess your goals and routines. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for what you believe in, but you need to reassess certain shit. Don't back down when people are trying to fucking belittle your bullshit either, when they're the hypocrites either. Do not allow them to do that. Sometimes choose your battles wisely as well. You don't have to always fight with these idiots either. They tell on themselves with what the fuck they say sometimes, especially the hypocrites. Oh my god. There's times, though, when I just want to mouth off too, so I'm like, you know what, I get it, but... But yeah, y'all need to take action. You need to find balance. Yeah, workaholic. Some of you could be a workaholic. Some of you could be very fucking lazy. Some of you, it could be like you work too much and then all of a sudden you get burnt out and it's just like you being in lazy mode. You don't want to do shit. Which, again, that happens. That needs to change. That needs to change. What energy can be used to feel empowered? Well, let's see. Okay, what energy can be used to be empowered in this situation, please, Spirit? What energy can be used to be empowered? Excuse me. Y'all got all the tools necessary to get yourself out of this as well. This could also talk about light magic as well. Are you manifesting a new life into existence? King of Swords. Y'all need to stand on business and go towards your truth. So y'all need to stand on boundaries, stand on business, mean what you say what you mean. And if you are already doing that, collective, then you're already a start ahead. You're already a step ahead. Start ahead. King of Swords is right here too, so that's interesting. But yeah, y'all need to stand on your motherfucking business. Do not play games with your fucking life. Do not play games with these idiotic people. You know what the fuck's up, collective. You, again, the High Priestess of the Hierophant, you've been knowing what the fuck's up. Some of you have just not been doing shit. Get it the fuck together, including myself. Get it together, bitch. For real. Okay, King of Swords. Yeah, go towards truth. You already are that leader, collective. I want you to know that. Some of you, the ones that I'm talking to right now, you're already in a leader position, or you already are a leader. If you're the Hierophant or the High Priestess, you're already that bitch. It doesn't matter if you're male or female either. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Again, it was talking about how you could rebel against certain norms to change outdated beliefs. Yeah, it could be a female in power too. Just saying. Okay. So what energy can be used to feel empowered? This is talking about empowerment by speaking your fucking truth. Even if you come off cold or like a see you next Tuesday, if you speak that truth, it don't fucking matter. You're standing on business again. It was telling you to stand up for what the fuck you believe in. Stand up for what's right even. You could make a lot of enemies too by speaking this bullshit as well. I just want you to know that. But at least you speak truth. At least you speak truth. So let me read this. Because you stand up to people that abuse power. You're not one of those idiots. You're one of the ones that stand up against the oppression. I love that. You're already, again, this is a collective read, so, like, of course you guys are a part of the collective that I'm in, but, like, Y'all are that motherfucker. I love it. Even if y'all are having issues with certain things, y'all are still really, really chill. Okay? Anywho, the King of Swords in Tarot represents intellectual power, objective truth, and decisive leadership, embodying logic, authority, and ethical judgment, often symbolizing a sharp, rational mind, a legal figure. Some of you could be in the legal field, if not. Or someone who cuts through confusion with clear, honest communication. You could come off blunt and, again, kind of see you next Tuesday-ish. While upright, this is someone that's wise, strategist. Reversed, he can signify the abuse, abuse of power, tyranny, coldness, or irrationality. Warning against manipulation and lack of compassion, notes this Medium article. So some of you could flip back and forth from being ruthless to cold to just being the King of Swords upright. But again, showing the King of Swords upright. So you are someone that's sharp-witted. You stand on good judgment. Your judgment's really solid, actually, collective. So to the collective that I'm talking to, you already know what the fuck's up. Again, it keeps going back to you know. It's just if you use your voice or not wisely. Uh-huh. Some of you could come off emotionally detached to others, and that's like when you've had enough. I would encourage you not to do that as much, collective, but even I've done that, so I can't really say too much, but just work on it, including myself. You know what I mean? But when you've had enough, definitely use that fucking sword. Make them know how idiotic they actually are. I don't care how fucked up that sounds. That's really what I do sometimes. When I've had enough, I'm like, okay, let me show you how much of an idiot you are. That's either the greatest weakness that I have or the greatest strength. It could be both, you know. But yeah, you how to get through this and to this. Let me go back to it, damn it. How to feel empowered. Use your voice wisely. Use that truth. Use that sword. You have it. Collective, you wield the sword of truth. You have it. Cut through deception. Set those boundaries, confirm firmly, or communicate firmly, and make clear decisions. Stop being wishy-washy with decisions as well, collective. Some of you have issues with that. Me being included there, which is annoying, but it's true. Thank you. Make a decision and stand with it. You will be judged for this. People will be upset with you. You will make a lot of enemies, but you stand on integrity, and that's definitely showing. You're very strategic, too. Some of you need to use strategy more, and people will come at you sideways because they're like, you're sneaky or this or that. Nah, it ain't anything like that with me being strategic. I just know how to play the game right, and you don't. It could be that, too. Just saying. Okay, anywho, that's the read. Let's see y'all's overall energy, though. What is collective right now? What's their overall energy, please? Stop putting yourself on the chopping block for others. You don't need to needlessly sacrifice consistently for others, collective. The Hanged Man reverse, you do need to see something from a different perspective, but you're sacrificing too much, and it could be parts of you that don't need to be sacrificed. Thank you. Some of y'all need to take action, or you're taking action finally. Some of you are releasing control. You're embracing the unknown, or you're ending the stagnation as well. Some of you have sacrificed, maybe more than you should have, but you're letting go of control now. I could be talking to a, you don't have to be this sign as well, but I'm just saying this is the Pisces card. Could be talking to a water signs, air signs. This is all collective as well. So again, take it as collective. I'm just showing you what the fuck's up on here. What's out. Or at least what I know. The Hierophant and the High Priestess. I can't remember. I'll have to look that up in a minute. Okay, so the pros. Let me read the pros of this when the Hanged Man's reversed, right? So there's good. There's also bad. Okay? Okay. So the positive action-oriented things would be you're letting go, you're releasing the need to control, embracing the unknown or ending stagnation in situations, you're going towards forward movement. You're applying lessons from a period of reflection to take decisive action and move forward, and you're going through an awakening. You are. This is a harsh awakening. Awakenings are not fun. A resurgence of energy, newfound purpose, and integrating insight gained during stillness. So this could talk about you being still stagnant as well, but you're seeing things regardless. The Hanged Man is about you seeing things from a different perspective, and regardless whether it be good or bad, you definitely seeing it from a different perspective. The negative stuck energy, if you will, would be you're stubborn as fuck. You refuse to see others' perspectives or make necessary sacrifices. Some of you are stalling. You feel stuck in limbo. You're delaying decisions. You're being unable to commit to change. Maybe y'all are scared of change. Change is inevitable, collective. It happens to all of us. It's not fun. Some change is good. Some change is scary. Some change is bad. You know, it is what it is. We're going to have to go through it. Some of you are too focused on material gains right now. That could be good. That could be bad. It depends. A lot of people have a different viewpoint and they want theirs to be right. It's that too. Idiots. You don't have to listen to every fucking one other person being like, oh, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. You know what, collective? Every one of us have assholes. Are they all fucking pretty? No. But we all have them. Okay, the same with people fucking being like, oh, it's this belief, it's that belief. They all fucking have them, but does that make them right? Does that mean that it'll fit you? Right? No. Stupid. I feel like I could have used something better for that, but you know what I mean? Like, it's... People are dumb. Don't let them bother you. Don't let them get to you. Now, if they are telling you shit for constructive criticism, I think that's different. Take the constructive criticism and grow from it. If not, stay salty and stay fucking stupid. Okay, but figure it the fuck out, collective. Okay? Again, there's a lot of people upset with you. They're fighting. They're jealous. Their animosity is showing. These are people from the past. This could be family. Yeah, some of you are making the decision to choose yourself. You're going forward. It's just going to take a bit because some of you are dealing with burnout. Some of you are just lazy and need to get the fuck out of that energy. Yeah. But I don't know, collective. This is the read. Yeah. I'm going to end it here, though, okay? If this resonated, let me know in the comments. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a reading, all of that will be listed in the bio description box shit, okay? Below the video, or it will be up at the above part, below where it says Veloutide Tarot. You click the see more, whatever the fuck, and then it'll show you all the shit there, okay? You click the Linktree, it'll take you to that. You see a little email icon, you can click that, and then you could book a reading. Be like, hey, I would like this reading, whatever the hell. Payment options are all listed on Linktree as well. I have CashApp, PayPal, Chime. Those are the 3 that I have, okay? If you'd like to book, it's all there. I'm still doing the free mini love readings as well, you guys. So if you would like one of those as well, let me know. I will get back to you and we'll try and get into that. I'm trying to get better at love readings and shit, okay? So let's try that. Lastly, if y'all are looking at the Linktree as well, there are links that I have for people in Gaza that really need fucking help. They're going through fucking hell. So if it was family that was actually there for you, I would encourage you to kind of think about it if it was the family you gave a fuck about. If that would bother you and you'd want them to get help, okay, well, I want you to imagine if it was those family there and then you wanting to help them. That's manipulative. I don't care. They need help, is what I'm saying. Okay, regardless of the manipulative tactic, whatever the fuck, they need help, collective. So if you have any money to spare, that'd be great. I get it's around the holidays, all this other shit. Again, it's only if you have money to spare. That would be grand. I don't want to hear any excuses, though. I really don't. Because people do make excuses. They lie all the time, too. It's fucking annoying. I have even fucking helped. And I barely get by sometimes. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear an excuse. I've helped twice so far. That's still not enough, but at least I've done that. So, and I'm not trying to say that to brag either, but I'm saying even some bitch that goes through not having a lot of fun sometimes can help, then so can you. Okay? Be honest about it and let's help these people, collective, okay? But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know what you think, and yeah, we'll get into the next one. Yeah, help those people that are in need, that are out in the cold, that literally do not have anything. Step into that Queen of Wands energy, okay? I love y'all. Take care. And yeah, take this if it resonates.